And we're talking with Rick Smith. He's the host of the Rick Smith Show. I encourage everyone to tune into his show every night from 9 to midnight. Now on the road, the tour of the labor history of the United States. I mean, is any of this changing? I know that Texas has perhaps the lowest union rate in the country, and as a result has also one of the highest workplace fatality rates. Is it changing? There's talk of an upsurge in sort of economic populism there now with some of the Latino immigrants looking to demand their rights. What are you seeing in the Sun Belt right now? I mean, when you talk to people, are they starting to feel the class war?
As we're moving across the country, Daniel, with the People's Tour for America, and if you want to see where we've been, where we're going, who we've talked to, all of that, peoplestourforamerica.com. As we're talking to folks, I think they're getting it. And I've always said there's only so much of what people are willing to eat. I think people are getting to that brink. To highlight Texas, last year Texas was one of 2 states to see an increase in union density because they're getting it. As we're going across the country talking to people, seeing communities that are broken and blighted, there is so much work that needs to be done and so many opportunities to move the country forward. And sadly, our politics are broken. Sadly, the people that we've elected, they're not out here on the road. They're not seeing and talking to the people that we're talking to. Those people seem to think everything's fine. I'm telling you, out here on the road, people are struggling. People are looking for help, and there's so many opportunities, Daniel. It's just, it's infuriating.
Rick, I understand that recently you had an infuriating experience yourself in that your tour stopped at the Bush Presidential Library outside of Dallas. What was that like?
Bush was the greatest president in the history of this country, by far, hands down. In fact, his museum told me so. So much there to get into. We could spend a week, but there's a couple of things that really grabbed my attention. What I consider his biggest failure, which was 9/11. Right when you walk into the museum, there's a huge girder of twisted metal that came from the World Trade Center. To me, I don't know that I would have highlighted that. When you took the digital decision maker tour, when you did the I'm the Decider theater, it really signified for me the Bush outlook on how he handled the presidency. Very black and white, very simplistic, very either or. In all of the scenarios that I went through, you're given 2 black or white options. There's no nuance. There's no thought that went into any of this stuff. And that, to me, sent a very clear message. But if you go through the museum, it was what it was. It was spent a whole lot of money to rewrite the Bush presidency. Yes, someone who lived through it. I looked at the walls and the displays, and it's going to try and rewrite his legacy. And as you've seen, his approval rating has gone up for the first time. He has a higher approval rating than disapproval rating.
It's amazing, Rick. I think the American
a lot of it is this PR.
We can't stop telling that story until we learn that lesson. People's Tour of America. Did I get that right?
People's Tour for America.
peoplestourforamerica.com. Rick Smith, the host of the Rick Smith Show. Thanks so much for joining us on Take Action News.
Have a good one, Daniel.